Howdy, 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 my name's Anachi Sasuke, and man, there were a lot of issues with Bandicam before I could actually start recording this. Welcome back to Hiveswap Friendship Simulator. In the last episode, we met Giant Clown Lady, and joined a cult, probably? Yeah, probably. So in this episode, it's Volume 10, which means I believe this is Episode 19, and let's see what it's called. Of Faraway Lands and Nearby Pals. That person looks jolly. You've been lucky enough to acquire a bounty of friendships since you arrived on this planet, but there's still an emptiness nestled right in the crook of your heart's atria. Maybe making one more friend will fix it, or two. Maybe this next one will expand inside your chest like a sponge in a bath, pushing out all your sadness, loneliness, and insecurity. After all, number 20's the charm! Well, So a couple episodes back, I had the guy who I was like, oh, that reminds me of probably Dragon Ball Z and JoJo, but that's just because I've been watching a lot of JoJo, and I am on Season 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then... If it weren't for the fact that it takes 2 weeks to make these, I swear I would think that whoever is making these is watching me do this, and it's just doing things to fuck with me. Like how there was the one episode where I said there's only ever one good ending, and then the next one there were 2 good endings for somebody. And how last episode, or last volume, I made a JoJo reference, and then... But that would be ridiculous. Why would anyone from What Pumpkin be watching these? Anyway, rather than start with the JoJo guy, we're going to start with Zebed Tungva. Or Zebedee. ZBD. Let's go with ZBD because he reminds me of DDD a little bit. So, your name is going to be ZBD Tungva. Tonight, you're abuzz with excitement. Wait, no? Your palm husk is vibrating in your pocket. One of your friends is contacting you. You pull it out and a notification pops up. Buzzing is requesting to add you on Chitter. The message is accompanied by a little icon, blue with a silhouetted winged animal. Some of the similarities between this planet and your own are starting to stretch your powers of belief in coincidence. Whatever. You pull out the app and read the messages from, could it be your potential new friend? Oh my god, hi! I hope it's okay to contact you. Oops, I should introduce myself. Haha! I saw your picture on, Zarava's stream. I'm one of their biggest fans! But now I'm one of yours. Love those looks! Anyway, I would love to chat if you're open to it. If not, it's okay. You can just ignore me. Haha! Everyone else does. Could this be the universe reaching benevolently down to do you a solid? It's like being given a giant pile of money unasked. You didn't have anything to do for this friend. You didn't have to do anything for this friendship. You didn't even have to walk anywhere. All you had to do was join this fabled social media, and it literally appeared in your pocket. Your hands are shaking a little as you go to respond. You don't want to seem too eager, or do you? You have no idea how to approach this. You thank Zizzizz for his compliments and say that you would be happy to talk sometime. In an instant, a notification pops up inviting you to download another app. You do it, and a video screen opens. Suddenly, you can see your new friend's face. He's sweetly round and roly-poly and smiling at you broadly. Hi! I'm ZBD! I hope it's not too sudden to gripe you like this. Gripe Skype. Is it okay? Oh my god, you don't have to respond to that! Sorry for being weird. Let's start over. How do you know Sarava? Apart from being extremely friendly, this troll also seems to run both sides of the conversation by himself. Befriending him is the least effort you've ever put into anything. His enthusiasm is really cute, but there's something about him that unsettles you. Looking at his hopeful face gives you a dark stab of humiliation you don't quite understand. You swallow down the discomfort and tell him the story of your friendship with Sarava, leaving out Sarava's personal background. He hangs on your every word. That's so cool! I wish I could hang out with you guys. Oh my god, not that I'm implying you'd want to hang out. It's just... no one ever comes to visit me. He takes out his phone and taps a few keys. A notification box pops up in front of the video. It's a direct message from Zizzing that says sad face. You ask him why that is. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's good for the bees. But I guess no one really thinks it's worth the effort. Wait, aren't those the bees that if you eat the honey you go crazy? To come all the way out here, it's just me and my lussus. And he can't really do much around the hive. It's fine. He really says the word sigh out loud. Oh, my bad, sigh. Despite saying it was fine, he seems dejected, with a distinct downward angle to his shoulders. Sorry, his shoulders. His buzzy accent is kind of getting to you. Ask him if it's really fine. You tell him that you'd understand if he's not okay with it. After all, you say, it would really hurt your feelings if your friends didn't make any effort for you. Isn't that what friends are supposed to do? He gives you a grateful smile, some tension releasing from his frame. Oh! I would never ask that of anyone. I don't want to be annoying. Like, sometimes I really wish someone would take the time to visit, but I totally don't blame any of my friends for not coming. Like, I understand that you have to decide which friends come first, and I just don't. Some people are just cooler and more fun than me. It's understandable. This really must be your lucky day. First of all, no one has threatened bodily violence towards you in the past 10 minutes. Your fear for your life is at a low-key, reasonable level. Second, but this troll is making it really obvious what he wants you to do. This is a total slam dunk of a friend opportunity. Say you'll visit. ZBD's face transforms utterly. It's astonishing. Also, I guess I should have been calling him ZBD since he's Z's and B's and... He goes from sullen and shadowed to utterly radiant. Your heart pangs with an overwhelming surge of fellow feeling. True, you've seen other trolls react emotively at the sight of meat and blood and your own body sparkling under the moonlight, but ZBD is the only one with such an extreme reaction to friendship. Man, you're really feeling this little guy. You'll come? Really? That is so cool! Thanks! This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna get all the best snacks and my lunch. This is really cool. You'll like him. This is so exciting! You leave ZBD to his preparations even as the bubble of joy inside you goes a little wobbly. You aren't used to such high expectations from prospective friends. Mostly people just expect you to be an imbecile. You absolutely can't screw this up. You made a promise to your brand new friend. Unfortunately, that promise is to visit him in a house that is, by his own admission, so far away that not even people who know what the fuck is going on can be asked to find it. You haven't thought this through, but that's never stopped you before. First things first, what old friendships can you call in to help you out, i.e., who is likely to have a vehicle of some kind? You could always call up Tagora to see what he thinks, but you don't want him to be too needy with him. Amicia, well, doesn't look tall enough to reach the pedals. Zebra, just no. You're a strong, independent alien who don't need no troll. You also don't think aliens are allowed on public transit, and you don't know the number for troll taxis. So you'll do crime. Perfect. What did Kono do when she stole a car? Punch the lock off with one big fist. You won't be punching off any doors, but eventually you find a car that isn't locked, almost like someone hopefully left it open for you. Haha, sucker. It pricks slightly at your conscience as you slide into the seat and fire up the autopilot, heading out into the countryside once again. But recently, anything that isn't brutal, indiscriminate violence kinda doesn't faze you. So, you stole the car, big deal. It's not like anybody died. This is it. So begins your gradual slide into total moral iniquity, a hardened criminal. That's you. CBD does live pretty far out. He hadn't been exaggerating. Use the time to curl up in the backseat and try to catch some sleep, all the while trying to ignore the fact that the car reminds you of being inside a large squishy animal. At least you get a few radio channels out here. CBD's hive is big and buzzing, literally. You hear a persistent drone of bees, and standing right outside is the boy himself. He's so excited he's bouncing on his toes, clapping his hands together. He has a gold symbol on his shirt. You wonder if he's psychic. You've been here long enough to pick up on racial stereotypes. Go you! You're here! You actually came! I seriously can't believe that somebody actually went out of their way to come visit me! Well, you don't really have a way to go out of, but you keep that to yourself. You're more than happy to accept the friendship points. CBD leads you into his hive, which, like Skyla's, looks like he made a lot of it himself. There are hanging baskets of flowers and plants everywhere, and a zigzag shelf holding up a stack of colorful books. In one corner is a big screen TV and an entertainment center. CBD vanishes into another room and leaves you to get comfortable on the big couch, which is unsubtly striped yellow and black. I like how the little mug is a bee and there's honey. You're not supposed to eat the honey, unless they're normal bees. They might not be mine bees. The buzzing is pretty loud in here too, and you look around for bees. You're not thrilled about the bees, honestly. You wish there was some music on your phone to drown them out. You're thinking about following ZBD and seeing if he needs help, but when your phone starts to vibrate, you look down and recognize Sarava's username. What's up? Might as well. You have no idea how long ZBD's gonna be in there, and if there's anyone with you against this troll. Hey, dude. Sup? Can't believe it took you this long to get a chitter. Laugh my ass off. Damn, you're like really lost without my help, huh? Looks like you only got 2 followers though. Laugh my ass off. You can feel some nameless tension and you bleed away into the thump of the lo-fi chill hot beats murmuring softly through Sarava's mic. If only you could just go spend time with your cool friends and stop making new ones, but even though the thought makes your stomach wring itself out like a washcloth. There's no point wishing for things to be different from how they are. You'd do anything for new friends. Anything. You ask them if they have any chitter advice, you know, on how to be cool, a cool guy on the line. I mean, you definitely came to the right troll, but I don't know if I should be managing your brand more than I already did. It's just risky for me, you know? It's hard enough maintaining my image as it is, or as is. Other streamers always on my bulge, laugh my ass off. Doesn't mean we can't hang, though. I mean, it was really chill last time. Also, I need my clothes back. You assure Sarava that you still definitely have their clothes and that you totally did not destroy them in an epic battle to save a giant collie. That's cool, no worries or anything. I was wondering if you needed to hang out, if you wanted to hang out today. If not, it's chill, I got all sorts of shit I can get up to, laugh my ass off. You know how it is. But yeah, let me know. Oh wow, how did you suddenly become so popular? Maybe this is what happens when you finally get online. Not only are you hanging out with one friend, you've got another one clamoring for your attention. Social media is amazing! You tell Sarava you would love to chill, but you're currently out in the middle of nowhere hanging out with someone else. Maybe Sarava has heard of him. CBD Tangva? Surely everybody on the internet knows each other. I don't know him? Sorry, lol. You spell out CBD's chitter handle. Sarava's face does a complicated dance between shock, worry, and wry amusement. Oh, dang. Laugh my ass off. What are the odds? Small internet. So Sarava does know him. I mean, I know of him. Man, awkward. Are you guys tight, though? You tell Sarava that you aren't tight yet. Pretty loose, but you're working on it, which is why you're currently in the middle of nowhere sitting on this bee-themed couch. Sarava scratches awkwardly between their horns. Is that like what you go online to do? That whole scene? Scene? The only scene you know about is the friendship scene, and possibly the clown scene, and the meat scene. Actually, you may be in more scenes than you give yourself credit for, and you get the feeling you are right on the edge of another one, and you can taste it, and it makes your stomach growl. You tell Sarava whatever the scene is, you're definitely not part of it. You don't even know what they're talking about, so what are they talking about? Not to like talk shit or whatever, cause God knows golds who live in a glass hive of tenuously curated online social interaction shouldn't throw stones or whatever. Fuck knows I got up to some shit back in the day. But maybe you should hang out with this dude. Especially when you're like, right on the edge of breaking out yourself? I mean, you have to be careful with this shit. I told you what happened to me, internet fame isn't a joke. They gesture vaguely towards their missing eye. Here, let me just link you. A link pops up in the gripe chat box. You follow it to what appears to be a fanfiction account. Nothing wrong with a little fanfiction. You've never been much of a writer yourself, but you're pretty pro anybody doing whatever they feel like, as long as it's not gruesome murder. You're a real chill dude that way. I mean, right, yeah, same. Laugh my ass off. I'm not trying to judge or whatever, but you'll see what I mean. Scroll down. You scroll past the first few pages. Most of these seem to be about some band that you've never heard of, and then almost at the end you find... Oh, damn. This appears to be a fanfic about Sarava. You don't click through, you kind of get the idea from the tags. Well, Sarava is a big deal after all. You guess it makes sense that people would include them in their, fantasies. You do it all the time, in a friend way. Yeah, you get what I'm saying now, though. I mean, live your dreams, right? Laugh my ass off. Any guy on the internet can write whatever he wants about me, but, like, I don't want to see it. Just a heads up, you know? You get how that could be a little awkward? You tell Sarava that you'll be careful of your infant internet fame. Though you doubt anyone will ever write anything about you, who'd want to read about your dumb fuck exploits? Yeah, laugh my ass off. Come over whenever, I'll smoke you up. Great, more bug ass. You end your call with Sarava and navigate back over to ZBD's fanfiction account. You pick one of the ones not about Sarava, one of the teen-rated ones. Maybe, but you don't have anything against erotica, but maybe you'll save it for later. You don't know any of these characters, and the context is doubly indecipherable, the troll music business. But if this really is ZBD's writing, it's pretty good. You have such talented friends. Hey! Sorry it took so long. Shit! ZBD sneaks up on you from behind. You quickly lock your phone, but apparently not quickly enough. Yeah, how did you find this? Oh god, you went searching for me? I thought we were friends! Wait, of course you're friends. Friends don't go digging through each other's shit! I would have showed you my fake if you had just asked. You tell him that you absolutely did not go looking for it, Sarava gave it to you when he called you up. Or when they called you up, just now. ZBD's face closes down. Is it just you, or has the sound of the bees gotten louder? Oh, right. So your cool friend Sarava told you. I see how it is. No, they just called you. You just answered the phone. No, it's fine. I totally get it. Even coming all this way out here, I'm still not a priority. It's fine. It's not even a big deal. I'm totally used to it. You and Sarava. What are you, mate spritz? You're absolutely not mate spritz with Sarava. You are not mate spritz with anyone as far as you know. Fuck. Having so many friends is exhausting. Oh, really? Like, your life is so great, I get it! You have just so many friends, and you're so popular, and everybody wants to spend time with you! ZBD is crying and not trying to hide it. It's very sad and extremely awkward, you feel terrible, also like kind of a dickhead. You're always doing all this complaining about your lot in life when, to tell the truth, you've actually got a lot going for you. You have all these amazing friends who go out of their way to check up on you and ask if you want to hang out. Of course, all that complaining is just in your internal monologue. It's not like anybody can hear your thoughts, thank God for that. Well, I'm so glad that you and Sarava have each other. Maybe you could go hang out with them and make fun of me some more. You try to tell ZBD that you were absolutely not making fun of him. You were just curious about what his hobbies and interests. You absolutely want to read his fanfiction, but the kid isn't listening anymore. Fuck, you hope the car has enough gas to get you back to civilization. Awkward! Oh geez, the car is a bug. It's got little legs and everything. Okay, so that's bad ending number 1. There's probably another bad ending and then a good ending in there someplace. So scroll it a volume 10. Looks like there's a volume 11 in the future somewhere. Would not be surprised if it stopped at volume 13. So ZBD Tanga! So ask him if it's really fine. I'll visit. Let it go to voicemail. You decided to just let the call go to voicemail. You're busy with a different friend right now, and you can just call them back on your drive home, or, you know, not home, but the closest you've got right now. They give you something to do besides sleep. You mess around on your phone for a little bit, filling out your profile on your chitter. Alien Invasion of 1, just here, I guess. That's honestly the best you could come up with. You aren't quite sure how your age will translate to troll years, sweeps, so you don't bother with that. You've already gained some more followers, so I'll retweet your intro tweet, or chirp, whatever. ZBD comes back in with a tray of snacks and 2 glasses of something bright red that you hope isn't Fago, or blood, but that goes without saying at this point. Hey, who are you talking to? I heard your palm husk go off. You tell him that you weren't talking to anybody, you let the call go to voicemail. Does he really think you're the kind of person who would take a call from someone else while you're having a hang sesh? Heck no. I mean... Oh, you didn't have to do that! ZBD says that, but he's obviously incredibly happy that you did. He sets the tray down and hops up on the couch next to you. So, what do you want to do? I have a bunch of really cool stuff we could check out, but I didn't want to make you just do whatever I wanted. I know we barely know each other. You tell him that whatever he wants to do is fine with you. You aren't picky in any sense of the word. ZBD seems a little at sea by your lack of an opinion, but eventually he puts on the first episode of a pirate show. This is nice. It's nice to just chill for a little while. But you barely get through the opening credits before ZBD changes his mind and puts on a show about space pirates instead, but then he gives up on that too. He keeps looking at you for input, but the extent of your experience with troll pop culture is Remele's knockoffs and that one shitty romance flick Polypa took you to see. You're not informed enough to have an opinion. You were seriously down for whatever. ZBD does the same thing with video games for a while, becoming increasingly more distressed. You feel deep empathy at his plight, but also mild annoyance. You understand this unreasonable fear of beefing it in front of your friends. You feel like that pretty much all the time. You eventually just suggest to ZBD that you could just watch the latest thing he watched on GrubTube. ZBD goes a delicate gray color that you've come to realize is the troll version of a blanche. Yeah, we could do that for sure, but, you know, a guy's GrubTube queue is, you know, kind of personal. Not that I don't trust you. If you can't trust randos you met online and invited to your house, then who can you trust, right? You feel that way too. You've also felt the overwhelming urge to throw yourself into the arms of strangers since you crash-landed down here. You tell ZBD that you aren't going to judge him. You don't judge your friends. An overwhelming look of trembling gratitude comes over him, and once again you feel an uncomfortable pulse of empathy. You're used to being the desperate one. You aren't sure how you feel about this turnabout. All this social power. Okay. The two of you scroll down through the history on his GrubTube account, and you find yourself choked up by the incredible trust he's showing in you right now, letting someone behind the curtain. There doesn't really seem to be anything worth getting stressed over, no porn or anything. He does have a lot of videos of Sarava, specifically ones where they are actually on camera. Yeah, they are so cool! It's so rad that you guys are tight. I really want to meet them someday. He sighs, then he sighs again, a little louder. You catch on to your part in this bit and tell him that you can probably figure out a way to make that happen. You hope you don't have to follow through on that. Sarava's a busy guy, and you aren't sure they actually let anyone into their hive. Well, besides you. But you seem to be the exception to a number of rules. You keep that last part to yourself. The rest of the videos in its recent history are about a band called Hatch to Dance, music videos, interviews, a compilation of vlogs. You ask him what all this is. You've never heard of H2D, really? They're so cool, they're my fave! I mean... He gets shifty-eyed. I mean, whatever, they're alright, I guess. Their music is kinda catchy and they have a pretty dope group dynamic. You mentioned that all of them seem to be pretty good looking too. Ha, really? You think so? You point out a guy with tall horns that swoosh into hooks and a lot of white hair that falls into his eyes. That guy is particularly handsome. Him? I mean, he's okay, I guess, if you're really basic. No, not that I think you're basic or anything. He shows you some of the music videos. They have really high production values and extremely elaborate sets. All of the band members sing and dance and get really close to kissing each other. He'd been really nervous about showing you this, his deep, dark secret that he likes pop music videos? Is being into pretty pop stars some kind of cultural taboo? Not really, just, it's kind of lame, right? And I just want you to really like me. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. And you do like him. You just wish he wouldn't say shit like that. It's embarrassing. And also, it reminds you that you yourself have gone around doing some pretty much the same thing, pretending to agree with everything your prospective friends say, lying, saying you're into things you aren't, just all around being a big phony. The circumstances are different for you, though. You're an alien. This is hostile territory. You don't have a hive, or lessons, or even horns. So it's way less pathetic for you to be like this than it is for ZBD. Right? Deep down, you know you're full of shit. You're just coming up with reasons to excuse behavior in yourself that you condemn into others. You hang your head in shame. ZBD, who is not privy to your internal monologue, looks confused. Is it possible that you're doing the wrong thing in your eternal quest for friends? Could it be that... Before you can spiral any further into a full-blown existential crisis, you hear a noise from outside that you really don't like. Several noises, in fact. A crash, followed by a thump. Followed by a, get out of here, you fucking piece of shit, you thief! Oh dear. ZBD scrambles around to look out over the back of the couch. You can just make out a shape through the window. Hey, this is a totally wild question that I would typically never ask a potential friend, but... Did you steal that scuttle buggy? Funny story. You didn't know how else to get out here? You did it for him, for your nascent friendship. Oh wow, nobody's ever stolen a scuttle buggy from me before. Did you forget to take the GPS chip out though? Because I think whoever you stole it from found it. GPS chip, right. Fuck. This is not an auspicious start to your life of crime. Maybe you aren't quite ready to go it alone yet. Another crash and rattle. It sounds like someone is taking pieces out of ZBD's hive. You get up and start for the door. Hey, what are you doing? You can't go out there. They look big. And they sound huge. You'll get killed. Right. He's definitely got a point there, but whoever's outside seems intent on demolishing his hive brick by brick, so they're going to get in eventually anyway. Better for you to go out there now and face the music so at least one of you gets out of this. ZBD stares at you, weird, globby golden tears pull at the corner of his eyes. You would do that? For me? Nobody ever offered to die for me before. That's so nice. Yeah, you're pretty nice. Also pretty idiotic considering you're about to go give yourself up to a big angry troll whose car you absolutely stole. Well, it's been fun while it lasted. Actually, it's been mostly terrible. Oh well, goodbye, cruel world. Wait! You have one hand on the doorknob before ZBD's shout rings against the walls and ceiling. No one is touching my new friend! Outside, the buzzing rises to a rattling crescendo so loud that it no longer sounds like animals, it sounds like weather or a fighter jet. The intruder screams. You wince, but you are also overwhelmed by gratitude and excitement. ZBD did that for you. The screams stop after a few seconds and the buzzing gradually recedes. You and ZBD are left staring at the door, then at each other. Behind you, GrubTube is autoplaying a H2D interview. Little ambient crackles of the white electricity you've come to associate with psychics wreaths ZBD before that fades too. Did he seriously telekinetically gather up a bunch of bees and just throw them? No, that sounds hard and potentially dangerous for the bees. I more just ask them nicely. I'm bad at it though, sometimes it doesn't work. Well, it sure worked this time. Yeah! ZBD nods and then he nods again. Yeah, that was pretty cool, right? The two of you venture outside to see what's going on. Nothing is going on. The night is quiet. The car is exactly where you left it, and there's no sign of the bees or the intruder. So either they ran away or got stung so many times they dissolved into sludge. You feel another pang of conscience, but it's not enough to cover up your exact surge of happiness when you see how chuffed ZBD is to have set some bees on a guy. You tell him you're grateful. You think about adding that you're proud of him, but you don't want to literally make him explode. You let him hug you instead. Guess this means you have a scuttle buggy now? Yeah, spoils of war. You want some butter exploded kernels? I make them myself. Well, I put the kernels in a pot and explode them. You tell that sounds great. He's honestly pretty fun to visit. Minus the sudden attack, you're having a really nice time, and that part was honestly entirely your fault. He should quit putting himself down so much and being such a desperate piece of shit. You mean that in the nicest way possible. And it's pretty good advice in general. You know, just to have floating around out there. Finally, we can be friends! Okay, so that's a good ending. Now it's time to probably get the other bad ending. Beep. Friendships. Friend. Let's do this. So where do you live? You say it must be nice to live in the countryside. You mentioned that you did get to see some of rural Alternia when you met Skyla, and it seemed beautiful. ZBD's face twisted to a grimace. Yeah, I guess. Sensing this is a moment for sympathy, you tell him that you're sure his friends would come visit if they were able to make the trek. Sure. It sounds like you did visit another troll that lives in the countryside, though. So I guess you thought she was cooler than me. That's like... it's whatever. I don't need my friends to pick me first. You struggle for words. You want to reassure him, but you also don't know him that well yet. You weakly protest that you didn't mean to say Sky was cooler than him. You didn't even know him then. Maybe you'll be able to visit him in the future too. Yeah, maybe. I've heard that before. He's not rejecting you, but you get the sense that a wall has been raised. You're sure you're going to keep chatting with ZBD from time to time, but you get the sense you're never going to become a true friend. You're stuck in acquaintanceship limbo. Looks like you failed to earn his trust. Ah, that stings. Okay, so that's both bad endings and the one good ending. In the next episode, we'll check out the guy that's literally a JoJo reference while I spend the next, like, several days wondering whether or not what pumpkin sees these. So, this has been Inachi Sasuke. This was episode 19 of Let's Play Hiveswap Friendship Simulator. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later!